Hi, this is Barb, and today we're going to go over the stop report and see how we can pull a stop report and what it does. So we'll just go to the Reports tab, and under your location reports we have the stop report. And basically what it does is you can see when you put your mouse, it shows where, when, and for how long an item stopped. And we also have a stop report with a map, so it gives us the same detailed information. But it also plots it on a map and shows the stops. And we also have the stop report with a map for multi-driver, so that allows us to compare up to 3 drivers on the same map. So if we want to pull a report, we simply click there on the report. And your stop report is based on vehicle movement. It has nothing to do with the ignition being turned on or off. This is from when the vehicle stops moving until it starts moving again. So it's by movement. So similar to the other reports, we've got our vehicles listed here. We can use our item groups to select which drivers or which group of items we wanted to choose from. And we can select just individual ones by holding down Control, or we can simply select them all. Any that you select, you have to click Add. Anybody over on this side is who we're going to pull the report for. We have the ability to say how long of stops. We can say that we want to show stops longer than, say, 15 minutes, or let's say I just want to see stops longer than 20 minutes. The data by descending or ascending, just meaning where the start of the day could be at the bottom or the top. And then we select the time range that we're wanting. So we could simply choose yesterday, or we could just choose, pick yesterday, but then I just want to have the actual, say, work hours. So I only want to know between perhaps 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. Or you can set up custom time slots, which we'll talk about in another webinar, and just use any of your time slots or set one up. So you can see you can select a maximum range of 65 days. So that's the most you can pull on one report. Remember, your information is stored on the system for up to 120 days, but you can only pull like 2 months at a time on a report. And once we have our parameters chosen, we just click on Create Report, and we're going to get a report for yesterday between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. Tells us up here what time period we selected in case we forget, and how long stops we wanted to show. Shows us our color legend, which again is consistent throughout the portal. Blue is your start of day, orange is more than 60 minutes, yellow is less than 60 minutes, and green is less than 15 minutes. Okay, and then it gives us a summary of the entire report all added together. And then it breaks it down by each vehicle that I've chosen. So from 7 a.m. to 7:59, vehicle was stopped here. Then we can see that's where it had been and the start of day. And then from 8:40 to 4:58 p.m., it was stopped at the Port Moody office. This one was stopped at this address in Surrey, and then the start of day, the vehicle didn't actually move until 4 p.m. And same with this vehicle, just a little bit different time-wise. So you can just see, it just breaks it all down. Where you see things in bold, like David Home, Catlin's Home, Tim Hortons, 126. Those are landmarks that have been set up, and we go over those again in a different webinar as well. But it's basically giving a name to an address, so we can tell just by a quick glance where the vehicle was stopped based on. So if it was your customer or your supplier, or you can see the office, or we know quickly where it was without having to maybe plot that on a map and try and find out what's at that address. And each vehicle is shown separately. And you can see Nigel has no stop details. This is actually one of our test demo, and it's not plugged in, so it has no power, so it's not going to give us any details at all. And same with Jennifer, it's the same thing, that's the demo one. So you can see how that information pulls. So if we go back to the reports and we pull the stop report with a map, it's going to be just a little bit different. We can only pull one then, and let's see, let's pull, I think David was quite a busy vehicle, and we'll say again stops longer than 20 minutes to keep it consistent with the one that we just pulled. And we're going to say June 13th. Again, we'll do the same time frame so that we can compare. So 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we're going to create the report. So we can see the information here, and all of their stops for this vehicle are actually on the same place. And consistently on your map, you have this declutter button, which spreads them out. So we can see the yellow corresponds then, you can see they're color-coded to match with these. And if you click on any of these, it will give you also the details. It will give you the address. It was stopped for 5 hours, that's 25 seconds. So it just takes that information and plots it on a map. If all the stops hadn't been at the same location, then it would show the map and it would plot them out, and you could just click on them and see the different places quickly. Again, gives you a summary at the top and gives you your legend and breaks it down. Okay, and then if we go back and we choose the stop report with map multi-driver, you can see we can select up to 3 items for the report. So we'll just hold down control and we'll choose Barb, Catlin, and David. And we'll show again stop. Oh, stops longer than 20 minutes. Actually, we're not going to choose Catlin. I'll show you how to remove it too, because I know he didn't move yesterday. So let's choose the Honda van. And we'll do the same time frame again, but you'll see how it shows up on the map. And you can compare them. Each item will have a different symbol for on the map, so that you'll be able to easily tell and distinguish between them. As you can see, the Barb vehicle will have squares, David is circles, and the Honda van is diamond. So they're numbered. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're color coded according to the color coding of your legend here, but their shapes are what distinguish what which vehicle it belongs to. So you're able to compare, you know, okay, how long was this vehicle at this one as opposed compared to this one, and maybe you need to distinguish why one was at a place longer or anything like that, but gives you the opportunity to compare them all and on a map as well. So again, so all of them, as we pull them, you can print or export into Excel. That's consistent throughout the portal, and the same, you know, map operations. And you can also have them show just the last 3 points or the last point only. You can change things up a little that way as well. And this one, the legend isn't actually showing. You actually have to put your mouse over the little question mark and then it will pop up. So that is the stop report with map, and the stop report with map multi-driver. So that gives you a bit of an idea of what those reports do and how to pull them. And I thank you for joining us today.